Hi, this is Adam Kunzmiller with BoardGameGeek at Gen Con 2016, and I'm joined by Matt Leacock and Chris Birch from Modiphius Entertainment, and we're here to look at two expansions for Thunderbirds, the Tracy Island and Above and Beyond expansions.
That's right.
So, what do these add to Thunderbirds?
Well, we can start sort of in order, I guess. So we got the Tracy Island expansion here first. This one adds 3 characters. It adds, so you got Tintin and Parker and Brains here, all with their own vehicle. Brains, of course, comes with Tracy Island. And the expansion also comes with a set of miniatures that you can use to swap in for the cardboard tokens that came with the base game, which are a lot of fun. So these guys get to take part in the action. So you got Tintin in the mix, as well as Brains and Parker. And Parker comes with Fab 2, which is another great way to move your vehicles around the room. So it kind of mixes it up and adds a lot of variety to it.
And for those watching who may not be familiar with Thunderbirds, what's kind of the elevator? What's the elevator pitch of Thunderbirds?
So Thunderbirds, if you're not familiar with the series, is a '60s British show that featured super marionation. Basically, you had marionettes saving the world from lots of disasters. You'd probably do a much better job explaining that.
Yeah, I mean, if you love the way Star Wars looks with that kind of dirty, oily-looking spaceships. That's where they got it from. It's from Thunderbirds, because it had these cool puppets, but really, really incredible, amazing sci-fi machines that were rocking around the world, saving people from terrible disasters, like an atomic airliner that's about to land, but it's got a bomb in it, so they have to somehow get it onto the ground without the undercarriage touching.
And a big part of Thunderbirds isn't just the character, but the character's vehicle, which has different ability to carry things and other people, and how far it can move, and that kind of stuff.
That's right, and this basically allows you to not only take on the role of these additional characters that you saw on the show, but solve more interesting logistical puzzles, because you've got these different, different options for moving things about the board.
And if you know the show, the Fab 2, the character Parker lost this luxury ship in a poker game. So there's lots of kind of cool little tips.
There's some nods to it in the cards as well. So.
Great.
Yeah, and the machines are from the pod, from Thunderbirds to pod vehicles. So they're all classic machines from the show that they use to rescue people. And so it's been really fun.
So the Tracy Island adds the new characters. What else does it put in?
Well, it's an entirely disaster deck. So this has been fully rebalanced to go along with the additional equipment and the additional. There's actually 4 new pieces of equipment, the pod tokens, and also the new characters. So that's all within this new deck.
Great.
So it's nice. You can just swap out the whole deck. You don't have to like pull cards out or anything like that. It's just ready to go.
Awesome. Yeah. And now let's shift gears to Above and Beyond. What's that adding to the fray?
Sure. So this one added characters and equipment. This one, Above and Beyond, adds 4 challenges to the game. So you can think of it as like mix and match modules. So you can decide to throw one in, or you can put all 4 in. The first one is, let's see if we can grab these cards over here.
Sure.
The ability to level up your characters. So this is the leveling up expansion, where you start with your character and they're level 1. These are level 3 cards. You can start out kind of fairly weak, and as you complete, as you do rescues, you get more and more experience, so you can turn those in for more and more powers. So you kind of this character journey over the course of the game. So that's one.
That's kind of nice too. As the game ramps up and more things are happening, you have more options at your disposal to deal with those things.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Yeah. So you get a sense of the character's developing. So you want to take the second one?
Well, so then the next thing is you add in a timer, which is a 70-second timer.
Precisely calibrated.
Exactly the amount of time.
Measured to the granular sound, I'll have you know. So this really puts the pressure on players as they're trying to complete the turns, because you've got to get it done on time, otherwise the turn
you
moves
lose
on.
your actions if you don't get it done. So.
Yeah. And then we added in, because you have to, a model of Jeff Tracy, who's just looking at his watch going, what the hell are you guys doing? As a kind of first player marker. I mean, it was for fun.
Cute little details.
Yeah, fun little add-on.
And then personally, for me, as a favorite, is we've added in some of the disaster vehicles. Now, these are the topics of a lot of the Thunderbirds shows, and things like the atomic road builder that basically is building gigantic roads across the world, and it's going to blow up. Very, very not green at all. And then the classic one is Fire Flash, which is the atomic airliner that has a bomb in its undercarriage. It's going to explode if they don't get it onto the ground, and it ties in very nicely with our little pod vehicles that they had to pull out these radio control.
It's okay, you can land it on there if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not quite. It needs 3 of them, So and then so we've got all these the helijet, which we've seen in a lot of the shows.
Zombite fighters,
and of course it's fun having these, but they're built into the game quite nicely. So when you complete the mission that involves these ships or these vehicles, then you get the model and you get the card for the vehicle, which gives you a sort of a kind of one-use extra ability, a bit like a fab card, but kind of really cool.
And some of them actually are continuing use, so you can have that benefit, or you can decide, we really need to turn it in, and you can burn the card.
And now, if somebody is just the ultimate Thunderbirds fan and wants to play with every expansion at once, how much is that going to add to the playtime?
Well, I mean, if you have the timer, it's not going to add anything.
It's actually shorter.
That's true.
Yeah, actually, I mean, this challenge doesn't add to the playtime at all. It just adds more of a sense of an arc to your game.
And these are all optional. You don't have to use everything together. You can just go, I just want to use the models. That'll be fun.
And they're all compatible with each other.
Yeah. And Tracy Island is out now. Above and Beyond is actually coming out in September, but we've got it at the show here as well for people who want to get it up front.
Great. Well, thanks again for talking to us about the Thunderbirds Tracy Island and Above and Beyond expansion.
Thanks a lot. And the hood's coming in the autumn, so there's one more.
Oh, so one more
expansion, which we'll talk to you about Essen.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers.